Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. It was inevitable. It really was. It was inevitable that we're going to have to talk about this at one point, and it's looking more and more likely. Harry Kane wants to move away from Spurs. He's reluctant to sign a new contract. He's wanted by Manchester United and Bayern Munich. Bayern potentially looking to make a bid in January if they don't. United looking to sign a player in the summer. I mean, what can I say? I think if you're a Spurs fan who's going to criticise Kane in any form or any manner, I think you're an idiot. I really do think you're an idiot. This guy's been so loyal to Tottenham. Through thick and thin. He's been at the club through process after process after process. And I completely understand his frustration with there being no direction. With there being no real way for this club to go. With him seeing manager after manager, top manager after top manager, not succeeding at this club. And for a world-class player of his stature, he doesn't deserve that. He's come out and said himself he wants to win trophies. He stayed around because we appointed Conte. He can see that that's going sour. If Conte goes, as I say, he isn't going to stick around for another manager. Whether that's what Spurs need or not, as good as Harry Kane is when it comes to a rebuild, I don't know. Look at Arsenal with Mikel Arteta and Aubameyang. But I think you're a fraud and an idiot if you're going to call out Harry Kane and going, oh, he's disloyal to the club. Because this man's given everything to Tottenham Hotspur. He's given his whole career to Spurs. And I completely understand him wanting to move away. He's seen Jose, a world-class manager, come in, not win anything. He's seen Poch take us to the high of highs and still not win anything. He's seen Antonio Conte not win anything. Nuno not win anything, This guy's been here through manager after manager after manager and been unsuccessful time after time after time again. Which shouldn't be happening for a top player like him. I completely understand him wanting to move to Man United because they're going through a rebuild. And guess what? Unlike Tottenham, they're moving in the right direction. They're signing top players that fit into their manager's system and players that their manager wants. Not going out there like Daniel Levy and Enoch have. Do you want Spence? Conte? No, I don't. Oh, I'll sign him anyway. Get involved in the transfers when I said that I wouldn't. They've got owners that care about the club, right? And as much as Man United fans will hate saying that, they're Glazers, this, that, they've been really clever with their transfer business in the summer. They bought in Casemiro, who's been a quality DM. Bought in Lisandro Martinez, made really good signings for the manager. And guess what? It's working out. They're a club that's moving in the right direction, that for me are going to get back to the old ways that Manchester United were. Maybe not winning the league year after year after year with the likes of Newcastle, Arsenal and Manchester City up there contending, but they're on their way back to what they used to be, Manchester United. They're rebuilding the club. Whereas Spurs, there's no direction. If anything, we're declining to what we used to be, a mid-table club. And if Harry Kane goes, we're going to get closer and closer to that. Harry Kane's always been a stable at Spurs. When we have a bad result, this, that, we can always say we've got one of the best strikers ever. I don't think we will after this season. Whether it be in January he leaves or in the summer he leaves, he will leave this season for me. If we win something, he'll leave because then he's done his job. If we don't win something, he's not going to stick around for another process and another manager. And we've let this happen. The owners have let this happen. We've had a world-class player, one of the best strikers, if not, in my opinion, the best striker in the world at this club. And we haven't won anything with him because he hasn't had the right players surrounding him. Yes, we've got Kane, Son, Kulusevski, but we've also got Royale, Dyer, Davies right now, It's not good enough. And it's painful as a Spurs fan. It's painful to see our decline at the minute. I know we heard the other summer, Harry Kane and this, that, but this is the thing. Even if we are going to go through a rebuild and let go of Harry Kane, I can't see us doing properly with the tightness of Daniel Levy and Enoch. These owners expect to sign a player for 60 million, that player not perform, and then unless they get 60 million, not sell him. It's stupid. It might be good business, but it's stupid in a football sense, They've done it with Ndombele and Lo Celso because they haven't performed at Tottenham. They're not getting the exact money that they want. It's stupid. Just take the money, And this is why even if we do rebuild and let go of Harry Kane, we're so tough to negotiate with. No club want to negotiate with us when it comes to signing players off us or selling players off us. Even if we do a rebuild, I can't see us doing it like an Arsenal or Man United did. I could see us doing it, like an Everton did. Because they've got clueless owners as well, who might be decent businessmen in Mashiri, but has no football knowledge. And it's the same with our owners. It all leads back to our owners. The owners have let this happen to Harry Kane. You know, let this happen with Antonio Conte by not backing him. Kane can't see another direction, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. If Harry Kane goes, I'll clap him off. And I want every single Spurs fan to do so, because he's been absolutely phenomenal for Spurs, giving his all week in after week out. Even when he wanted that transfer the other summer, he got on with it, he stepped up, you know, and last season scored 16 goals. At the created the best Premier League duo of all time with Heung-min Son. He's a top player, Harry Kane. A top player. It's been great to have him at the club. And I'm making it sound like he's already gone, but for me, he doesn't look in it. He doesn't look in it, and I can very, very likely see him going in the summer. Maybe not January, but any Spurs fan who calls him out, blah, 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 you know, he doesn't have that true emotional connection to the club. You know, everyone who isn't a fan doesn't have that true emotional connection to the club, so I can completely understand it. He's a world-class player who's not doing anything with his career, you know, and he wants to win trophies. He wants to be remembered as doing something, not as, okay, he's the Premier League's all-time top goal scorer. If that happens, he's Tottenham's all-time top goal scorer, but he didn't win anything. If Harry Kane goes, I'll clap him off, and I hope every single Spurs fan does the same. Thank you for watching this video. Comment your thoughts on the Harry Kane saga. I hate to say, but I expected this. I did expect it with the direction of the club, with things with Conte going sour and him potentially getting sacked soon. Kane ain't sticking around for another project, and I've been saying it for months in my videos, but people won't listen. These same people who are calling Antonio Conte out, which is a whole different kettle of fish, because for me, he has nothing to do with what the problem is at the club right now, and it's the owners. But the people who are calling Antonio Conte out, they're not thinking about the effect that it's going to have with Kulusevski, Bentancur and Kane leaving, you know. Thank you for watching this video. Take care of yourselves, all the best, God bless, and as always, come on you Spurs, in Conte we trust.